Check it out now. Check it out, yo. Check it out now, Gamer Academy, yo. Yo, I know you got your options, so pick the right main. Some classes to take, and pure tilt to gain. I'm just locked in it, got try hard to want it. Who want it? I don't know where you got that KD from. Jump off it, bring it on. Any bottle contender, no one can stop this. As far as I'm concerned, yo, it's only one topic. Join the Gaming Academy from front up to top. I can teach you how to peek and clear faster. One false move, kid, that'll be disaster. I'll reset your rank and continue the day after. Gaming Academy, that's right, the real chapter. This school's for real, no spread the real actor. This school's for real, no smurfs and no actors. You're all in the represent your life. I'm offending everybody, so make your choice right. Let's level up now. So level up your first hit. Let's level up now. Time 976. Let's level up now. Choosing the best one. Let's level up now. 5,
What's up, chat? It is your boy, GQAzndood, Headmaster of the Gaming Academy. What's going on? Welcome. It's Thursday, August 13, 2026. Bro, it is hot, but we're going to be basically nearing the end of summer, so that's basically it. But yes, a forgotten box in Wisconsin preserved a piece of Nintendo history. While on the other side of the world, gamers are being asked to prove who they are before they can access certain games. One story is about what gaming leaves behind, the other is about who gets permission to reach it. All right, so tonight we are back with another Headmaster's Desk. So if you're here, awesome, fantastic. It has been a crazy, crazy week of just action-packed news. It's never ending. But yes, we had a great Tuesday show. Basically it was a show about your legacy. So I wanted to kind of continue the conversation about legacy and how old games are still kind of around and the legacies that they leave behind. Also, like what does that leave for the future? So with that said, before we get started, let's talk about the question at the heart of everything we do here. What's your gamer quotient? That is actually what I have on a shirt here. That's our branding, right? Because gamer quotient is definitely more than just a name. It's more than a logo. It's more than a show. It's the way we look at gaming as a hobby, culture, and a personal experience. Now, your gamer quotient is your gaming fingerprint. It's not just what you play, it's why you play. Now, it's about how you show up and you pick up the controller, right? Some players are here for a challenge, some players are, here for the story, some are here for comfort and coziness, right? And some here are here to be competitive, like esports. Now, some are here for discovery, collecting, community, creativity, or even mastery. We have a bunch of stuff that you can cover here on what's your gamer quotient on the screen there, right? Maybe you're the strategist, planning ahead and thinking 3 moves forward, right? Maybe you're an explorer, chasing secrets and hidden paths. There's a lot of games that do that, right? Maybe you're a just simple competitor, driven by improving yourself and the thrill of the win. Or you're a storyteller, here for the characters, the worlds, and emotional moments. I know a lot of gamers and a lot of games are turning into movies now. So that I'm sure a lot of people are, buying video games to have that experience. And I would say maybe you're a social player making memories with friends. There's a lot of friend swap games out right now. Matter of fact, a lot of the best and high selling games on PC are friend swap games, right? There's lots of them. So it's definitely a big deal. Or maybe you're the collector checking off goals and unlocking everything. I know when I play certain games, I want to be able to unlock all the things. I want to get kind of squeeze out every content I can get out of the game, right? Maybe you're a comfort gamer returning to a familiar favorite to recharge. I know many that play cozy games like Stardew Valley, Polia. I play SimCity, old SimCity 2016 to recharge and just chill. Okay. Or maybe you're a lab monster, right? Testing mechanics until the game finally reveals how it works. Kind of, studying every frame, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. Just knowing the game as much as possible, right? Now, the truth is, your gamer quotient can change. It can shift your mood, your time, your season of life, and what you need from gaming right now. That's why here our mission at Gamer Quotient / Gaming Academy is simple: play with intention. That is right. Just got another motto here: play with intention. Now, playing with intention means we don't just press start on autopilot. We ask better questions before, during, and after we play. Why am I playing this? What do I want from this session? Am I here for fun, for challenge, for story, social time? Am I here to increase my skill? Maybe I'm playing a fighting game, right? Or maybe just chill out, just rest. I know a lot of people decompress by playing video games. Okay. Is this game worth my time, my money and energy and attention? Right? We have only so much free time with our full-time job and being responsible. So is this game worth spending that time? Now, am I playing because I want to or because FOMO is holding the controller? This is a big one. There are a lot of games out there with I would argue like season passes and launch day, right? And that you cannot get back ever again if you don't play this game now. And a lot of people are, blaming FOMO for that, right? And that's the reason they're playing this game. Like, I'm guilty of this too. I play some Diablo, because I want to unlock the items for this season, right? So I play the game, right? Now, playing with intention means choosing a focus, right? Maybe tonight's goal is to finish a chapter. Maybe it's to practice a combo. Maybe it's to explore a zone. Maybe it's to play with friends. Maybe it's just to relax and enjoy the vibe. Are you guys kind of getting the mission here? Right? Not every session is a grind session. Not every game has to be completed. Not every night has to be productive in the same way. Now, playing with intention also means protecting your time, right? Your backlog is not a race. Your hobby is not homework. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to stop. You're allowed to drop the game. You're allowed to come back later at a better time. And you're also allowed to reset, start over, right? Because gaming time is still time. And when we spend that time with purpose, guys, gaming becomes more meaningful. A hard boss can teach patience. A fighting game can teach humility. An RPG can teach preparation, right? A co-op game can teach communication. Now, this is what Gaming Academy is all about, guys. Let's look at these choices, the systems, the stories, and how way the hobby connects us to real life, right? Because we play with intention. Now, I want to kind of go back and talk about tonight's show. Okay. Talk about tonight's show. Welcome to the Headmaster's Desk. I am your Headmaster here. This is where we take this week's gaming news, plop it on my desk, and ask what it actually means beyond the headline. Now, this show, if it's your first time here, it's actually a companion to our latest Gaming Academy episode 84. What did this game leave behind? Now, in that class, we talked about legacy, the stories, characters, worlds, memories, and lessons that remain after we put down the controller. Now, tonight, we are taking that lesson a little bit further. Now, a game cannot leave a legacy if no one preserves it, right? It cannot shape the next generation if people lose the ability to access it. There's been a big discussion on, like games that are, Sony's going all digital. Do we own it? Can I access it? What if they turn down the store? It's not a good thing. It's not a good time. Also, what's up, Blue? Right now, who owns and who controls gaming's legacy? Now, is it the player, the collector, the publisher, the platform, or even the government? Right now, tonight we have two stories that look completely different, but they fit together almost perfectly. First, we have 97 pristine copies of Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt were discovered in Wisconsin, and they may represent a previously undocumented version of one of the most familiar cartridges in gaming history. Then we go digital, completely on the other side of this, right? Microsoft is introducing an age assurance for restricted games in Australia. And we talked about this on the show last episode, right? While Halloween, the game, has been refused classification there. I think it was through a substance, right? Now, this is not going to be a lecture where I tell you what to think, right? This is Gaming Academy. This is where we examine the mechanic, we question the design, and decide what lesson we carry into real life. That is playing with intention. So check in with the class, right? Are you team physical, team digital, or both? Or maybe I just got here. I don't even care. I just want to play video games. Put it in the chat. Tell me one game you would preserve if you can only save one, right? Let's get into it. All right. So I'm going to actually link this article here of the ultra rare Nintendo Mario game cartridges discovered in Wisconsin. This is really interesting. Stay off the weed. All right, so check that out. Ultra rare Nintendo Mario game cartridges discovered in Wisconsin, right? So take a look at this article, and I'll see if I can share this. Man, there's so many ads. Screen share. All right, here we go. Is that better? There we go. All right. Now, this article, Jesus, ultra rare, but it's from the Associated Press too, which is pretty interesting, right? Ultra rare Nintendo Mario game cartridge discovered in Wisconsin. That's crazy. So let's begin with a game that almost everybody recognizes. You play video games, you're gonna pretty much know what this is. It's Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt for the NES, right? That was the game that was included usually with every Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, so it's usually everyone's first game. It's included with the bundle, right? It's actually, I would say its value is probably less than the actual standalone Mario Bros. And the standalone Duck Hunt, because those were separate. You had to buy them separately, but this one included both of them. Now, for many players, the cartridge was not rare. It was the cartridge, right? It came from the system. It lived in your console if you didn't buy any more games. Look at that. Pristine, dude. Now, this usually, this game, if untapped, survived dusty entertainment centers, right? It probably endured more blowing, tapping, and questionable cleaning techniques than any piece of electronics that should. I know I owned my NES cartridge, and it was definitely in its sleeve. Guys, remember sleeves? That was crazy. Now, the familiarity is what makes this story so good, by the way. A retro game store in Wisconsin found 97 pristine copies sitting on sitting in the storage. Experts determined that these were not simply ordinary leftover cartridges. They appear to be late production 1993 variant made after the game was thought to have eroded normal productions with details collectors had not previously documented. 5 reportedly earned perfect PSA 10 grades. Oh, of course they graded it. That's crazy. Now, here's the headline version, right? Somebody found a box of old Mario games that's worth a lot of money. That's what most people are gonna come across, right? And I can only imagine. I mean, let's look this up. Let's see how much a graded Nintendo Mario Bros is. Graded NES Super Mario Bros. Duck. See, they're gonna grade them with the box, right? These didn't have the box. But yeah, so the cartridge is about $15, $28 or some at 10, right? Online for Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. It is not a rare game, but this guy has an action set for 58. Wow, okay. But it is definitely just kind of like, opening up a time capsule, right? To see like, whoa, this is cool. This is cool to see ultra rare games. Like I wonder what that like felt when they opened that, right? Because it's on the plastic. Can you imagine like the scent of that, right? When you open up new games, it usually is a scent. Now at the headmaster's desk, we ask usually a different question, right? Now, how can one of the most common and studied games in history still surprise us? Because this is pretty common, right? This Super Mario Bros. Game here is pretty common, but to open up 100 of them, surprisingly, this is life changing for these guys. These guys could potentially sell all these graded collections and make money and retire, right? Or just get ahead in life. Now we sometimes talk about game history as if it's already complete, right? A game released on its date. We talk about this in gaming history. It sold many copies. It came in its box. And then the credits list these developers. That's it. Now, but history is not completed. Is not a completed strategy guide. It's more like I would say like a map we are still uncovering. Usually it's like a different label, a manual revision, right? A manufacturing date or a shipment that never really distributed and supported its games. Now, that physical evidence matters. So the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that they found physical copies of the legendary Super Mario Brothers game, right? Do you think in the future they're going to be able to kind of have that same experience? Oliver talked about it in the show where like our kids going to have the same experience we have. Imagine we talked about this too, like Christmas morning. Kids are just going to be opening up cards with codes on them, right? They're not going to have they're opening up their present and like, oh my god, a Game Boy cartridge, a Nintendo cartridge. Like they're not going to have that anymore. It's just going to be codes and cards and scratch off tickets, maybe. I don't know, right? That physical evidence, 100%, is a big deal for us, right? And I kind of want to like, did I freeze the camera? I think I did freeze. I never freeze. Hello? All right. I'm back? Okay, there we go. Cool. Now, the fact that this is a physical thing, it's a big deal, right? A digital ROM, you can preserve the software, and that's important, but it may not really represent the whole object, right? That memory, like Oliver holding those games, right? Saying, hey, these are for my son. Kind of a big deal, in my opinion, right? Now, here's the thing. It may not tell us which manual is packed with, which artwork changed, right? The things, or which factory produced it, or why this version even exists. At the same time, we shouldn't confuse preservation with speculation. A sealed cartridge locked in a vault may preserve an artifact, but it does not necessarily preserve the experience of playing the game, right? A museum preserves context, an archive preserves data, and a collector preserves an object. A player preserves memory. Now, what we're finding out here is gaming history requires all four. Now, this is what we talked about in class 84, right? Comes back into the conversation. What did Super Mario Bros. Leave behind? Think about that. It left behind design language that developers still use. It left behind music almost anyone can hum to, right? It left behind characters recognized around the world. It left behind childhood memories. And now, apparently, it left behind a forgotten box of capable teaching historians something, right? I don't think kids will understand the effectiveness of, like, wow, an untouched Nintendo cartridge. That's crazy. This is what playing with intention's all about, right? Recognizing that the things surrounding a game, its manual box, hardware, community stories, and even the way it entered our homes are part of the lesson too. So, chat, I want you guys to think about this, right? What game from your childhood would you place in your very own gaming museum? Now, is a sealed game being preserved, right? Or is it prevented from fulfilling its purpose? Like, is there even a point of preserving a game if you can't play it? So, for example, let's preserve a game with a code in it, right? Is that the same? So think about that. I just want you guys to think about this. Um, and here's some other questions for you. Would you rather own one original cartridge or have guaranteed digital access forever? That's a tough one. I would always say go with the physical, right? Always with the physical. Data can get corrupted no matter if it's physical or digital. Physical you can resell, right? It's you own it. There's no license for it. You own it, right? And it goes to the next question: what matters more, the original object, a playable copy, or the memories attached to it, right? If any game is if any game, it's the collection of PC games that contains bespelled the original version of Bookworm. Nice. I love that. I love that your games that you pick, Blue, are like so out of the blue. Right? Now, have you also ever thrown away or traded a game that you now wish you had kept? I actually have a story for this, and it's not a very long story. It's actually quite simple. This experience taught me not to rent my games out to people I'm not really close with, right? I owned a copy of Kingdom Hearts, and that copy of Kingdom Hearts was the original copy. It was not the red label. It was the original one on release date. It had the foil cover and everything, right? And I never saw it ever again. All because she was a friend of my friend and they broke up and now they were no longer friends and I was stuck. I was stuck with it, right? Yeah, so kind of sucks. Kind of sucks to be honest. Kind of sucks. Now, this this forgotten Mario box, right? Probably survived because nobody could remotely delete it. No one had access to it. People forgot about it, right? They weren't able to like revoke its license, right? Change its storefront status or ask to verify its age. It's true. But maybe, it's also a different time, right? Now, physical media can be lost, it can be damaged, but when you possess it, and that's it's key. Access is usually pretty simple. Put in the game, press the power, right? And that's great. But our second story, which I'll also link in the chat, is a little bit different. A little bit different. This one is about Microsoft. And this one shows you how different that relationship becomes when, a shelf of video games like these turn into a service, right? So I'll put in the chat. This one here is labeled as Microsoft introduces new age assurance for App Store users in Australia. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. Is it this one? There you go. Well, really? That's cool. Yeah, they're probably super out of print now. I got to go on eBay. Oh, I'm scared to look at the prices. Now, Microsoft has announced new age assurance measures of users for its Australian app and game stores. Australia, man, sometimes I feel like you guys are crazy. The company says users will have multiple ways to verify their age, including email-based verification, facial age estimation, and an official document scan or credit card. Wow, welcome to Orson Welles, everybody. Good Lord. Let's begin fairly, though, okay? Now, keeping children away from inappropriate content is a legitimate goal. Like, I don't want my kid playing Manhunt or Grand Theft Auto 5, right? I want to be able to know what they're going to be playing, and it's important that we do that, right? Because one, we want to be part of their hobby, and two, it's like, hey, you're not ready for this, not quite yet, right? Just a little bit more time. Now, ratings can help parents make decisions, right? But platforms have legal obligations. Nobody needs to invent a conspiracy to have a serious discussion about this topic. Now, the question we are asking here is proportionality. That's the key word here. Now, how much personal information should an adult have to provide to access a legal game? Who processes that information? How long is it retained? What happens when the technology makes a mistake? And once the infrastructure exists, does it remain limited to the narrow purpose for it was introduced? Are you taking my genealogy data from ancestry.com and selling it to anybody? Because they do that, right? Those questions become even more interesting when placed beside Halloween, the game. We talked about this on Tuesday. Now, the title was refused classification in Australia. According to reporting, though comments attributed to the game's team, the issue was not actually Michael Myers or the game's violent kills. It involved a controlled substance, reportedly connected to a gameplay benefit. Take crack and you get leveled up. Australian classification rules do not accommodate illicit drug use tied to incentives or rewards within the R18 plus category. That creates an unusual contrast. Graphic fictional violence may fit inside an adult rating, but a rewarded drug mechanic may prevent the game from receiving a rating at all. Without classification, the game cannot simply sit on the shelf with a large warning label. It loses an official path to sale. This is where our discussion needs nuance. A rating is not the same thing as a recommendation. Allowing adults to buy a game does not mean endorsing everything inside it. At the same time, creative expression does not automatically exempt the product from every law or classification standard. So where should the line be, chat? Now, this brings me back to working at the local game store, right? At the local game store, I was basically the gatekeeper for kids buying not adult games, but mature rated games. You don't know how many 17-year-olds or younger coming there to buy GTA 5 and like, oh yeah, my mom let me. Yeah, sure they did. Where's your mom? you know, that's it's simple. I'll sell it to you as long as your mom's here. And that's not even the case either. If their parent is there, we tell the parent, I'm just letting you know there's a scene in this game where they torture a man. Are you okay with that? I was that guy. I'm not like, I was there to sell games and I was there to make sure that our store stays open and out of scandal. Right? So even if the parents agreed to specific mature rated games, right? Usually we look at the back, right? For example, we'll be checking this out. I don't think they have it on here anymore. Oh, here we go. So if you look at this chat, this is Miles Morales, right? And this is rated teen. right? In the back, it tells you why it's rated teen. So I would always show that to the parents. I'd say, okay, blood, drug reference, language, and violence, right? Oh, and they're gonna be like, whoa, drug reference. What do you mean? Oh yeah, there's gonna be some parts of the game where like they take a fictional drug to power up. You know, nothing different that you would see in a Marvel movie, right? And that's the conversations you just have with parents. So this is interesting. So yeah, and that's it. But what they're saying here is that like they want they want your ID, you want your credit score, you want your blood type. Holy crap, they want everything, right? So the interesting part here is where is the line? Where should the line be? Now, for me, for Gamer Quotient, the question is not just do I like this rule? Is what trade are we making, right? Now, we may trade usually privacy for safety. We may trade some access for regulation. We may trade regional consistency for cultural standards. But intentional players should be able to see the trade clearly and decide what the cost, if whether the cost matches the benefit. Like the other night, right? I explained to you why GameStop really wants to buy eBay. It's not eBay that they want; it's what they own, and what they own is TCG Player. Because if you look at GameStop and their inventory, brother, they have a whole new segment, and they probably make buku bucks on just trading card games, right? Trading card games are officially part of the GameStop experience. Look at this. Let me see if I can share this, right? So this is GameStop's website. The first thing on top, power packs, binder rewind. Look, the number one thing here now is not video games, it's trading cards. Look at that, trading cards. Cards. Out of this, this is called the carousel, by the way. Out of this carousel, 1, 2, 3. 3 are card related, 2.5 are games, and one's a toy. That is what GameStop is pimping. Look, Pokemon ad, not for the game, but for the TCG, right? Crazy. Finally, games. Oh look, cards again. Oh look, cards again. Cards again. See? And this is what you guys have to pay attention to. It's not necessarily what's in front, it's what's hiding behind, in the front that you have to look at, right? So this is one of those things. Now I have the privilege of kind of knowing more about the corporate stuff because I dig into that stuff. And that as an investor, like I know about that stuff. It's a bonus. So here's the thing, right? So going back to this like convenience factor, you know, of digital games or having some sort of like trade-off, right? What I'm trying to say here is intentional players should be able to see the trade clearly and whether the cost matches the benefit, right? Is it a good trade? Now, digital distribution gives us incredible convenience. Let's be real. I have like your Steam library can be moved without this, right? This is cool. This is cool and all, but you can move to a different house with your whole game collection without having to move anything. This is cool. But hey, let's just, but it's not convenient. Cool, but not convenient. There you go. Right? We can buy a game at midnight also, so install it without leaving the house, carry a huge library without the shelves, and discover titles that may never receive a physical release because, the publisher can't afford it, they don't have a publisher, yada, yada, yada. But convenience does have a cost, and that cost is often control. And that's what we're really giving up for the trade, right? With physical media, the artifact can live outside the storefront, right? With digital media, continued access can depend on the accounts, the servers, licenses, regional rules, the government, right? Verification systems, and corporate decisions. Sony, looking at you, buddy. Looking at you. That does not make digital games bad, though. It makes digital ownership like a relationship, not merely like a possession. Think about that. Okay. It's a key factor in our conversation tonight. And that takes us back to legacy. 50 years from now, what will remain of today's games? Right? Will my copy of Ball Pit, digital copy of Ball Pit, survive the test of time? Right? Will historians find a box of pristine copies of Ball Pit? Will preservation groups maintain a playable build of Ball Pit? Will a publisher keep the servers online for Ball Pit? Will my Ball Pit license expire? Will an account still authenticate my copy of Ball Pit? And will a region still permit access for me to play Ball Pit? These are, see, you just attach said game to that, and you think about it, right? Because the game's legacy is not about it's not guaranteed by its sales. It survives because somebody chooses to protect, the code, the hardware, the context, and the stories who played it. Like, this is why Stop Killing Video Games is such a big deal, right? And the problem with this movement, and I also don't understand why Thor is so against it. You guys know who Thor is, right? And I might have to look into that. Is that because he's on the dev side, so he's probably not just a guess. Is that on our end, we just want access to games that we want access to games that are nobody's playing anymore, but we never want to forget them. They're going to become historic artifacts, a timepiece, right? But they only live on somebody's hard drive or server. And we also need a connection to them to even access it. It's stupid. We can have the game downloaded, but we can't access it, right? Because then if we remove that, they call it hacking, and now we're in trouble. So it's all messy. So Don't Kill Video Games is just us saying, hey man, we just want to be able to play these games without any problems. We don't want to forget about them. Plus, like, you guys aren't even doing anything with it. Yeah, but it's our property. Maybe the change in the future is, if you're not going to do anything with it, you have to give up that property so they don't hide it. I know Sony is one of the god kings of taking IPs and running and hiding them away from the public. When are we going to get the next Heavenly Sword? Huh? Right? Killzone. Mod Nation Racers. Little Big Planet. My God. Stop hoarding IPs and doing nothing with them. I want to see a new Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Legaia. Guys, I got a whole shelf of RPGs here that was only on the PlayStation. Right? Vagrant Story. Come on. Yeah, Jak and Daxter. Ugh. They're so lame. They had such a great run on the PlayStation 4, right? Like, whoever was in charge during the PlayStation 4 era, who was that? Sean Murray? Can't remember. They released all the hits, remade them. Medieval, Crash, bro. They said, you want Crash 4? We'll also, Sean Layton, you want Crash 4? We'll give you the Crash trilogy. We'll give you Spyro, right? We'll give you Medieval. Bro, they knew their audience. They were like, we're giving it to you guys. I know you guys are fans. The fuck? Those were good times. And then after that, I don't know what the hell happened. It's like they got bloated and fat because it happened during COVID, right? And everybody was playing video games, and everybody got the wrong idea. They thought it was going to last forever, right? So of course, they're trying to abuse it. and now they're just regretting it because gaming and its community have normalized, right? Oh, chat drives me crazy sometimes. So keep in mind, playing with intention includes understanding the ecosystem around our hobby. Okay, keep that in mind. We don't have to reject convenience. We don't need, but we do need to understand what we're surrendering to exchange for it. You know, and we're all guilty here. Anybody that anybody that uses Steam is guilty, but it's not a bad thing. We're just saying you have to understand it. Okay? We're just saying you have to understand it because Steam can be a bad guy instantly overnight. They can say, "Hey, now we're going to charge you a subscription to use Steam. Maybe it's 99 cents a month, but then in a few years it's going to be $4.99, and then $10.99. You know, that's how it works. So you don't know. We don't know, but that's just it's a possibility. We see the patterns. All right. Here's some questions for the chat. Is age verification a reasonable safety measure or too much personal information for buying a game? I think just showing your ID and birth date is totally fine. It's just a video game. You're not buying crack, right? Like you're not buying a gun. It is a damn video game. It is like going to the movies, right? And like going to see an R-rated movie. Like, are you 18? Yes. Can I see your ID? Here you go. All right, checks out. Go ahead. Right? Now it's different when you're trying to buy a firearm or or drugs, right? And when I mean drugs, is like going to the drugstore that requires you to be 18. I don't know, whatever that is, right? It's different. It's still a damn game. Chill out. Which verification method would you trust most, and which would you refuse? I think outside of ID, it's too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, see, Blue agrees. Showing your license is enough. It's like going to a club or a movie. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why the hell do you need like my credit card score? That's invasive. Right? That's insane. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, did you guys happen to listen to our new intro song? I'll overcook that. That was pretty good. Okay. Should an adult rating be enough, or should some game content remain available? Okay, if you're gonna make game content unavailable, then don't even make it. Simple as that. I think having an adult rating and then showing your ID, that should give you all the responsibilities of acquiring that item, right? I think that's honestly the best approach to that. You don't need to cut things out if you're an adult and you have ID, right? Well, what if a kid goes, well, honestly, it's not the kid's fault then, right? And it's also like we did our due diligence. I think what happens here is that parents don't get enough accountability for their child's actions. I feel like if child's actions affect the parents and the kid knows that, right? It would change the mental scape of such child. Because if they love their parents, they don't want anything bad for the parents to happen. They don't want to get them separated. Of course, they're not gonna like do something crazy. Kid can weaponize it too. Like, oh, I hate my parents. I mean, you go commit this crime. Oh, it's their fault. I did this. You're like, okay, but we checked your parents out. They're fine. You're the problem. Right? Have you ever lost access to a digital game, DLC account, or online mode? Yes, absolutely. All right, chat. I want to hear Blue. I want to hear your experience on this. I can tell you exactly which game I lost a digital game I lost access to. I'll Google this right now so I can show you on chat or on stream. Hmm. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. It is this one. Ubisoft. Don't have any access to those games since I don't use the launcher. Yeah, that's poopy. Poop a loop. Okay. Here it is. Putting it on. What the heck? Wow. I don't want to see the price. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Image. Okay. This is it. This is the game. Yeah, and you're like, GQ, why don't you have access to this? It's a PlayStation 2 game. Yes. I understand that. But they had a downloadable version of this game on the PlayStation 3, right? Okay, so it was called Outrun Online Arcade, but it was basically the same game, right? I love Outrun. Outrun is like one of the few like racing games out there, right? Look, this is hilarious because the Outrun Online Arcade art is exactly the same as the art that you see here, but it's like kind of slightly edited. See if I can find it. Why is this so tiny? The heck, bro? Where's a bigger one? Large. Give me large picture. Size large. There we go. All right. That was the key art. That's exactly the same as the other one I just showed you, right? It's like literally like the same art. It's no different. Look at that. They just like took away all the crap. Boom. All right. Now, Chad, you know why this disappeared on the PlayStation 3 store? Take a guess. Take a freaking guess why we weren't able to access this anymore. Get bonus credit points from the Headmaster. You get $3 bison. Take a freaking guess. That's a good one. Music license, but not quite. Sega does a good job of actually pumping out their own music. But do you see this little logo right here? It's freaking logo. What that say? What that say? This logo, this brand is the reason why we were not this game was taken down on the online store. And yes, chat, that is a Ferrari logo. This game was they officially used Ferrari vehicles, right? And it kind of implied that back in the day, the red Ferrari, even Rad Racer kind of had it, right? But Outrun was like Sega did a good job of like being able to like get Ferrari. I think they even did for Top Gun or not Top Gun, Afterburner. They were able to get Lockheed to like brand their Afterburner like jet, their Tomcat after them, right? By Lockheed Martin or something like that. So, but yeah, they lost the license to Ferrari. I mean, I don't think they lost because it got expired. They didn't do anything bad, right? And they weren't able to publicly sell the game anymore because they had a Ferrari license to it, license to drive. Isn't that hilarious? So that was the reason why Outrun Arcade was taken down from the store because honestly, at the time, this time of in the era, there were just so many simulated car games. Forza Motorsports, right? Need for Speed was kind of going down, right? From that, Gran Turismo, and there was not enough like racing arcade games And I just remember Outrun being one of the originals. And I was like, oh, I think they made like lots of the versions of these. Check it out, right? And I was already on the PS3 era. They didn't do an Outrun on the PS3 physical, so I went on the store and got the Outrun arcade, and it couldn't because they lost the license to Ferrari. So, and they couldn't just remake the game without the license. Kind of like it's kind of the same thing. Did you guys ever download the new not the new Crazy Taxi, right? But it's still Crazy Taxi 1. You guys ever download that? The music is not the same in the new Crazy Taxi because they don't have the license to put that music in that new SKU. This is why when we talk about SKUs matter because it's a new product. You can't just swap over the music into the new game that's like remastered just because the original had it. No, you need permission to reuse it again. It's not arguably not the same product. That's why they do that. Okay. Man, that was a long-winded answer. Now, would guaranteed long-term access make you willing to pay more for a digital game? Would guaranteed long-term access make you willing to pay more for a digital game? I think the real question is, why do I have to? Right? And you know me, I'm the capitalist around here. But I don't think you should have to pay more to get longer access to a video game. You should just have access to a video game. Right? Crazy. So Andre, you missed the first portion. If you just got here, a hobby shop found 97 copies of Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, basically mint condition. Some of them were PSA 10s, so they're gonna be eating good. So congrats to them, and really cool to have part of history still like floating around in a warehouse that somebody found. So that's really good. Now tonight's two stories, right? It gave us opposite sides of the gaming legacy. The Mario cartridges survived. They're because they're physical objects that can hang out and wait silently in the dark until somebody recognizes their importance. Now, the reverse side of this is we talked about Microsoft and Halloween the game and how Xbox age assured rollout reminded us that digital access is very active. And depending where you're at, even in the country, in the world, your access to it could be limited because of laws and regulations from the local government. It depends on the rules, the services, the accounts, and permission. It's never just one blanketed statement. There's nuance into everything. The lesson is not, remember, we talked about this already. The lesson is not physical's good, digital's bad, right? That's not the lesson we're trying to teach here. The lesson is to know what kind of relationship you are entering. Is it worth the trade-off, right? When you buy physical, think about preservation, condition, hardware, and when the complete game is actually on the disc or cartridge. Now, when you buy digital, think about licensing, account security, storefront dependence, kind of like what Blue said about Epic Games, and whether the game needs a server to remain meaningful. Chat, this week's challenge is simple. Choose one game that left something important behind you. Now write it down, right? Write down what it taught you. Save a screenshot, photograph, preserve your copy if you have one, and tell another gamer why it mattered. Matter of fact, put it in our Discord, right? Submit it to the Headmaster's desk. I want to see that. I want to see these physical games that you love and cherish, right? I love it. And I'll do one also. Matter of fact, tonight for you guys, I'll do an unboxing of something because this is how much I love physical. Okay? Two unboxings. I'm not going to open it, right? Open it, but they're still in its they're still in its delivered cardboard box. Right? And I was saving it for you. Okay? Games survive through code, but their meaning survives through people. That's not even a final boss. That's just me being real with you guys. Right? Okay. So give me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna grab more drink, and then I'll grab those boxes for us to open up. All right. So chill. I'm gonna play our new theme for y'all. Enjoy it. Oliver did a great job, and I'll be back in a 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. All right, BRB.
Get out now, check it out, yo, check it out now, Gaming Academy, yo. Yo, I know you got your options, so pick the right main. Pure tilt to gain. I'm just locked in it, gotta try hard to want it. I don't know where you got the Katie from, jump off it. Bring it on, any battle contender, no one can stop this with scripts or objects. As far as I'm concerned, no, it's only one topic. Join the Gaming Academy from bronze up to toxic. If you're a hard stuff warrior, I'll be the master. I can teach you how to peek and clear faster. One false move, kid, that'd be disaster. I reset your rank and continue the day after. Gaming Academy, that's right, the real chapter. This school for real, no smurfs and no actors. Pick your role, don't represent your life. We're flaming everybody, so make a choice, right?
All right, I'm back. Did it not? Did the music not loop? That sucks. I guess I didn't tell it to. Let me see.
Get out now, check it out, yo,
Oh, I
check
can,
it out.
oh, I can make it loop. What do you guys think of the new song? I think it's pretty jivey, right? Jivey. That's a word. Jivey. Pretty catchy. Nice. Oh, you know what we need to watch? We need to watch. Oh, really? We need to watch the 11-minute trailer to we need to watch the 11-minute trailer to Phantom Blade Zero. Did you guys? I mean, I think you guys already watched it, right? I already watched it. Yeah, you guys all watched it. Donnie Yen, bro, that's so cool. Digital only for now. For now, I feel like because Ball Pit was digital only for now, right? Actually haven't. All right, Blue did it. We're gonna watch it together because we're cool like that. Cool like that. We're cool like that. Phantom Blade Zero. This game is so freaking sick, dude. So sick. Is it 11 minutes? Okay.
Let's get started already.
Damn this rain. Always when I'm out. No one goes near Pumpkin.
Looks so good.
At least not anymore. But you, my damn misfortune hadn't bled me dry. Get down!
I see the little camera trick here. I feel like that's a camera trick. That's so cool, dude. Don't forget, Jagos. He's Asian. A little bit different. Man, I hope the game feels awesome. Like when you're parrying all that, you're just like feeling it. Maybe it's like your controller also like shing, you know, like shing on your controller. That'd be so crazy. The mocap. It's like, it's kind of like Sekiro, right? But like, but not the Sekiro combat. There's like a poise. Camera angles, man. So cool. Look at that weapon.
I see. Looks like no room for negotiation.
Master soul. Kill the shadow sovereign. Mighty orders rules.
The hunter of the order. It's like Metal Gear. That means the hunt. Telling you, it's like, remember the game Bujin Guy? This is Bujin Guy. Y'all need to tell Ace on his PlayStation 2 emulator. Y'all need to tell him to play Bujin Guy. Y'all need to tell him, Ace, GQ Headmaster says you need to show Bujin Guy off on your stream. All right, get into Discord, message him, get on X, message him. Yeah, that's right. That's my boys. They know what Bujin Guy is. crazy. That's a sharp ass sword. If you gotta you just stab rock.
What blurred my eyes? Was it the rain? Or blood?
You're finally here.
Story.
Late again. I never thought, in the end, you'd be the only one who still cares whether people live or die. The Mandate's leaders don't care about ordinary people. The merciful Lady of the Veil doesn't care either. Zuoshang's order no longer upholds its rules. Nor does he care about the people of the Wulin. The peddlers, the laborers, the elderly, and the children. Who's left to protect them? And somehow,
The character design is so sick.
only you, with so little time left.
It's time for my...
Do you see what I'm talking about? She's not ugly. You know what I'm saying? So what's the excuse here of these other companies? You know?
last battle.
Someday, I'll roam the Wulin with you
Anime.
and be a hero.
They call me Quick Hand Jung. I travel the land collecting rare treasures and relics.
The name's Forge. I serve under Lady Ananis as an artisan.
Yo, hold on. Hold on.
The name's Forge. I serve under Lady Ananis.
She's pretty too, and she's not like skinny, right? She buff, but she's not a Maguga monster.
As an artisan.
Taking you on that ride was worth it. Every bit of it.
Finally, you're here at
It's
last.
like this is like the Monster Hunter.
I've been waiting forever.
The three of us spent most of our lives fighting for the mandate. We thought ourselves heroes, only to realize it was all a lie. There's a great secret in this world. One beyond the grasp of ordinary men. A power beyond reason. Its source. It's from...
Top head. Pizza cutter.
Another victim of my blade. Your
By the way, Chad, I heard there was 36 weapons. It's a lot.
mine.
Watch closely. I'll strike only once.
My fists strike only the strong. Who's controlling me? Kill! Shadow Sovereign never told me to do this. But I'll make you do it.
I would give everything
Yo,
to the great and merciful lady.
This was my mistake.
this reminds me of that fight on Devil May Cry 4 with the plant lady.
I have to make it right.
Puppet woman! You damn puppet! Just won't go away!
Oh my god, the effects, the budget. I told you guys, GQ does not get excited about video games, or has not been excited for a video game in a long time. But I am excited for Phantom Blade Zero. And it's like, I'm justified.
Extinguish the flame. See what burns beneath. Drop the blade. Let true steel speak. No shame. No shadow. Yet it moves through all. That's the path to know.
Oh, you got jump kick.
Who are you?
Show me your strength. And the answer.
Oh my god. This is gonna be so sick, dude. This part of the game where you fight this guy, right? Where you fight Donnie Yen. I feel like once we get to this part, to when you fight Donnie Yen, I'm gonna have that same feeling in God Hand where you fight Devil Hand, and you guys are just going at it like in those like little like clashes. That felt so fun to play against when you're fighting against Devil Hand, because you guys are kind of like an equal level, right? And it's like you just got to be better than them. But you just got to be better. That's all. There's no cheapness here. You just have to be better. So I feel like this is the same thing, and I love those kind of moments, those fights.
I'm looking forward to his next move.
Okay, so we got standard, accessory, treasure basin, outfit, legacy, pre-order, deluxe. It's not $70, or it's not $80. Let's see here. So just all costumes, digital art book, digital soundtrack. Okay. Also, I think Black Myth Wukong was digital only first. So keep that in mind. Okay. So don't lose hope. Don't lose hope, chat. Okay. All right. I promised you an unboxing. And here it is. Here's one. What's in the box? What do you guys think's in the box? Huh? What do you guys think is in here? What's in the box? What's in the box, chat? We don't really do unboxings on my channel, but for you guys. We do it for you. We do the thing for you. All right. Okay. It's heavy. Oh my. I forgot about this. It's a good problem to have. That's all I gotta say. So this is what's in the box. You guys ready? Camera acting crazy. That's the Ghost of Yote collectors. So I think I had purchased this during their summer sale. It was like, I don't know, it was like something percentage off. But the I wouldn't have bought it full price because full price was like $250, and I was like, right. All right, we got another one. Also, I do have the original Ghost of Tsushima to collectors. So also, right. All right, chat. What do you guys think is in this one? Take a guess. Could be anything. Could even be a boat. It's got these things. Little triangles. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see what's in here? Did you get a peek? I wish it was Hi-Fi Rush. I wish. All right. Here's a hint. Don't tell Oliver. Don't tell Oliver. No, it's Death Stranding 2. It's coming for you now. Wait, does he have this? Does he not have this? It's cool. Little baby in the backpack. I figured he'd immediately have it. I thought he'd own the PlayStation Pro of Death Stranding. Okay, well, it's fun. I guess I think I bought these during a summer sale and I just forgot. Dude, I have so much stuff, right? It's a good problem to have. Let me put these down. The first one's in my closet. I got the baby suitcase, that disgusting thing. I got that. All right, here's what sucks about Death Stranding 2 Collector's Edition. There's no disc in it. So I gotta go buy Death Stranding 2 on a disc. Suck. And Sony's trash. Sony's hot trash. All right, we got some time left. Let's hang out. Let's hang out. New camera. Guess what we doing? Look what I've been playing, chat. Oh, it's not like the full thing. Let's go. I told you I watched the movie and it got me inspired. So we'll hang out with me and play with this for a little bit. Yo, they're just jumping straight away. Jumping right away to a challenge, bro. It's a danger. Oh, because it's too low. Oh my god, so stupid. All right, anyway, what was I doing? What was I doing, chat? Speaking of Kojima, I've been replaying Phantom Pain again. I saw that. Where's the next mission? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that was what I was doing. Okay, my bad. My B. Oh, there's the mission. Let's take the train. Spider-Man taking the subway. That'd be the funniest things ever. Okay, so it's down there. Interesting. Hey, we did it. It's a crime. Is it up there? Woo! This is on the hardest difficulty, by the way. Yo. Yo. Take it easy. Hey. Ow. Hey, I didn't think it was zooming forward. That's new. That's new. All right. Well, got beat up. I kind of, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to play Wolverine after playing this. I think Daredevil would have been a good game too to put in, right? Interesting they picked Wolverine too. It's so graphic. Who took the lights out? Ella is a decent match for you, but that hair, maybe wear a hat. Your third run? Damn. Did you like it better than regular Spider-Man? She's just a terrorist. It's a marketing gimmick. I mean, we'll see if it plays good, feels good. And let's be real, it doesn't look like the Wolverine game we want it to look like, right? Hello. Like I said, we'll see. Wolverineism, if it's good or not. If it's not good, then we'll just move on to play Suspension Blade Zero, right? But it's just gonna sell. It's Wolverine is just gonna sell. He's Wolverine. Marvel makes money. You know, it'd be fire. You know, it'd be. Oh, guys, I'm already thinking that it's gonna be awesome. Imagine this: Shang-Chi made by Platinum with Marvel budget, bro. It would be so good. Shang-Chi with Marvel budget, it would Platinum Games. The combat would be so sick. She kill him. She dead. Oh, was that the from the terrorist attack? Can't stealth. Got him. Got him. I need him. I read him in Alpha Flight, X-Men Solo. It was everywhere. Yeah, he's kind of like you know, they're cash cow for casuals, right? Just it's a collection of guys right there. Donk. Yeah, Spider-Man's is safe, right? You know? But like I said, Shang-Chi, bro, with Platinum, Marvel budget, it's over. Whack. Always lazy. Spider-Man 2, like on the PlayStation 2, 3? Oh, or you mean the PlayStation Spider-Man 2? No, not yet. Not yet, sir. Not yet. I wanted to play this first, then I'll play Spider-Man 2. Yeah, this is effectively Spider-Man 2. Oh, that's the infamous move. Why does he have that? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The infamous move. Some menace. Pictures of Spider-Man. Spider-Man sells. That's why they do it. They keep doing it. Do, 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 do. Oh, they gotta lift it up. Crime in progress. Hey, calm down. Whoops. Friends. Donk. Whack. Let's go. Bro, the spider sense like doesn't even happen. It's crazy. It's like not even warning me. It's just like, here you go. Die. it's, it's underground, clearly. Where's the way in? Oh, is it like what? Oh, is it here? What the heck? Ha! How many hits they take to die? To relies too much on a spectacle over story and heavy focus on the parry system made combat kind of boring. So they changed the combat system into? More aggression. Sounds like a symbiote. Be aggressive. Is it in here? Maybe. This is elaborate box, bro. What the heck? Do. We're not still taking down anything. Oh, that guy's dead. Schwack. Cool. We did it. Like the parry's too strong? Is that what you're saying? It's a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a joke. Did you guys watch the new Spider-Man movie yet? It was pretty good. I mean, it's a superhero movie. Okay, what's the catch here? What the heck? Hey, now I'm not making me sound like I'm a common thief. Web swing. Yeah, give me your gun. Give me your gun. Da-da-da. Whoa. Whoa, they got rockets? It's true. I kind of wish they left Iron Man alone, you know? No, they gotta. It's kind of like when was that Ryan Reynolds Deadpool was like, till you're 90. Till you're 90 to Wolverine. Whee! Also, traversing a Spider-Man is fun. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh, get on my face. Hey, bro. This is just like a reskin, honestly. Like, let's be real. This is a reskin of Spider-Man. Still the same game. I guess that's why it wasn't full price, right? It was like, wasn't it like $29.99 or something? Time capsule. 40 to 50. It's like I said, I'm good. I get you, man. Honestly, this is making me want to play Arkham Knight, you know? Woo! Let's go. Got a gun there. Look at the cheap shots. Sure, you can. What's up, Chop? Ooh, okay. Is it in here? Okay, it's up. It's like up here. Oh yeah, it's up there. Nope, it's definitely down there. There it is. There it is. Sneaky, sneaky. All right, chat. Let's see if we can do one more of these and call it a night. That is a shady looking building. Holy crap. What does he want me to do? Have to punch it. Anime. Bzz. How convenient. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Oh, does this just go around in a circle? It does go in a circle. Oh, okay. I didn't even have to go down. Ugh. It's the Prowler. Where's Cape? What? Oh, big man. Why can't I lock onto this dude? Ow. The man's dead. Mm-mm. What the hell? Bonk. Oh, he's so dead. Terminal? Why is there a phone down there? Yeah, that rope is really sturdy. That man's dead. Uh, where you going? Oh, show flash kicked. Aha. A lot for a phone. Oh, they were in the lab, I see. What are you guys doing? So how'd she escape? Unk. Rude. Let's go. Oh no. I can't control it. And Roxanne's here. Yo, fake Captain America. Oh, what? You got a gun. It's like Batman. Give me that. That was sick. Venom suppression energy. Ooh. Oh. Hi. Oh. Yeah, get him. Prowler is like Batman and Black Panther combined. Whee! Spider tracker. Oh, man, there's a lot of updates. Cool. All right, chat. We did it. It was great. Had fun. Let's close this baby out. I had a good time. So tonight, we learned a little bit more about physical versus digital, right? We talked about memories and what kind of these like things can kind of do for us as we get older, legacies and all that. So, and I think that's going to be tonight's lesson for the headmaster's desk, right? So think about this for tonight. A forgotten box can change gaming history, right? A new rule can change who gets access to it. Somewhere between preservation and permission, the player, us, is deciding what deserves to be remembered. Remember, you have control. You get to decide what deserves to be remembered. If this conversation gave you something to think about, follow the channel, share the stream with a gamer who still loves physical media, and leave your answer in the chat or in our Discord. What game would you preserve for the next generation and why? Gaming Academy is definitely more than just finishing games. We study what they teach us, how the industry shapes our choices, and what we carry beyond the screen. We here at Gaming Academy and our crew and our students play with intention, learning the craft, not chasing the hype, and playing smarter, not louder. I'm GQAzndood, your headmaster. The desk is closing for the evening, but the conversation is always open as we move into the gameplay and chat. Right? Until next class, keep learning, keep leveling up, and keep asking the question that defines this very academy. What's your gamer quotient? All right. Y'all have a good night. Also, we got new shirts coming up, and I'm excited to share with you. Maybe over the weekend, huh? But keep an eye out. These shirts are pretty fire. I got 3 new designs. They're looking really good, and we got plans coming up ahead. All right. Have a good night, guys. Take care.